The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Washington, nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on fourth. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Prescott now. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Christian Barmore with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll run on 1st down. Patton, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 7-7, our score after 1. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt in that second drive, CD. They turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some room to run now.
They're not even trying to do
anything. Cowboys.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
He's got a man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott escaping the pressure right.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll downs across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Gibson shoves him aside. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They'll set up a throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket. No reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the 1st half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to look deep for more. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 35. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them, because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the 1st half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
Play action now. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 2.
And to give this time to the tailback. Fights through and now a crease. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
With the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run the toss now with Gibson.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Washington. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he's in stride, complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 16, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner.
And got his man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one, 33 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And again, it's Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second and long. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Seibert's kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he sees to his.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Washington on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Washington on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They're going to look to throw. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
taking it in from a yard out.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop them. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To the air again, Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check your heart rate. 60 Bison.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Patton. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Shows his strength at the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st down, Gibson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
111 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. 79 Bronco. 51's Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. 51's the mic.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception.
Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington,
it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on